Finally, it's here! Absolute Batman #1 is launched, and it's time to discuss all the details in this issue. A fully functional suit, Batman being brutal in combat, Alfred acting as an agent hunting Batman, and will we also see the Absolute Joker? Join me in this video to catch every detail. Welcome to Comic Chronicles. Absolute Batman #1 was written by Scott Snyder, illustrated by Nick Dragotta, and colored by Frank Martin. The first part of the video will focus on story spoilers, while the second part will feature our channel's opinions on this issue. Despite the spoilers here, I encourage you to read the issue to form your own conclusions and share your thoughts in the comments, so be sure to give a big Absolute Bat like here in your Absolute Bat subscription to the channel. We'll be bringing reviews for all editions of Absolute Batman, so to stay updated on every detail and news from DC, you need to subscribe to our channel. This helps us reach more people here on YouTube. Thank you very much, and let's get into the video. The story begins with Bruce Wayne and his school friends visiting the zoo, while in the present, a man is riding a motorcycle through the city, saying he's back in Gotham for the third time, but he's not particularly fond of the city. Meanwhile, news reports talk about a gang called the Party Animals causing a crime wave in Gotham. The man on the motorcycle is Alfred Pennyworth. He stops to grab his favorite tea before heading to his hideout. While making his tea, Alfred tries to call his daughter, Julia, but he can't reach her. Alfred is on a surveillance mission but had to come back to Gotham to keep an eye on the Party Animals. The gang has increased the number of homicides in the city by 700%, but Alfred is supposed to observe, not intervene. Plus, a new player with what looks like bat wings is flying around the city. When Alfred leaves his hideout, he discovers his motorcycle has been stolen, and the scene closes with him expressing how much he hates this city. The story then cuts to Croc's gym. Someone is hitting a punching bag but is soon interrupted by Bruce Wayne, who also wants to throw punches. As Bruce lands his blows, everyone is impressed by how brutally he's hitting the bag. At the same time, he remembers his zoo trip when he asked his father, who was also his teacher, questions about lions. Suddenly, gunfire interrupts the visit, and Bruce ends up destroying the punching bag and spilling sand everywhere. Waylon Jones, the gym owner and Bruce's friend, calls Wayne out and demands payment for a new bag. In this universe, Waylon Jones isn't the killer Croc we all know, rather, he's fascinated by reptiles. He invites Bruce to a poker night with friends, but the young Wayne declines and leaves, with Waylon shouting after him, as we see a childhood picture of Bruce with his friends. Meanwhile, on a ship not far away, two mobsters are talking to Black Mask, trying to intimidate him into leaving the city by claiming that the Party Animals belong to him. Each is from the Maroni and Falcone crime families and has been involved in organized crime for years, but Black Mask stands his ground. He showcases his collection of death masks made from real people, some being from the Maroni and Falcone families. Before they can react, both lose their lives to Black Mask's masked henchmen. Next, we see a beautiful panel of Bruce putting on his costume at sunset while news reports discuss the Party Animals' actions and announce a press conference that Mayor James Gordon will hold to announce measures against the crime wave. At City Hall, Gotham's citizens demand action from Mayor Gordon, complaining that he's not taking steps to address the situation. Even though former Mayor Hamilton Hill was a crook, he would have done something against this gang. Jim Gordon replies that he's looking for options to resolve everything, and not far away, on top of a building, Alfred is observing everything unfold, knowing the gang is about to attack the citizens. As Gordon, Bullock, and a woman try to calm the crowd, a grenade explodes, and the Party Animals invade City Hall to attack everyone. Gordon survives the attack but asks his daughter Barbara, who is a police officer in this story, to get everyone out. However, something pulls each gang member outside City Hall. When Barbara checks what happened, she hears a voice telling her not to open the door under any circumstances. Outside, Alfred sees the gang shooting at Batman, who is hanging upside down. Quickly, he takes out each member of the Party Animals. Batman uses his cape to grab and throw enemies, throws his ears like batarangs, and the stripes on his suit turn into spikes. Alfred notes that Batman's moves are meticulously calculated, though brutal, he doesn't commit any fatalities, he's an idealist. One gang member challenges Batman, claiming his hand has already killed more people than he can count, giving the Dark Knight a chance to leave. Batman then removes his symbol, attaches it to a handle, and creates an axe that removes the gang member's hand. Batman comments that he's heard of hand transplants, and if the thug runs to the hospital, he might be able to get a new hand. The Dark Knight then angrily shouts for everyone to get out of his way. Alfred then blows up the staircase of City Hall and points his gun at Batman, who knocks Pennyworth out with a single kick and steals his weapon. The next day, the only discussion in town is, who is Batman? Alfred investigates and deduces that Bruce is Batman. He learns that Bruce is a child genius who grew up in the crime-riddled alleys and, in 5th grade, constructed a collapsible bridge for a war damage relief project. The prize for the project was a trip to the zoo with his class. At the zoo, Bruce remembers the visit when gunfire erupted. Thomas Wayne locked the children in the bat house, instructing Bruce to never open the door. After that, he only heard the gunshots that likely took his father's life. Following the tragedy, Bruce grew up with immense anger and fell into various troubles. For a time, he returned to school, even joining the football team, but then decided to dedicate himself to something greater. He studied applied mechanics, chemistry, military theory, criminal psychology, and socio-cultural history. Upon returning to Gotham, Bruce chose strategic positions, such as working in the city's electrical grid, sanitation, water department, and even interning at City Hall, eventually becoming an engineer. Interestingly, Bruce rebuilds the damage caused by Batman during the previous night, but Alfred notes that despite all this, Bruce has a weakness, and that weakness is his mother. Martha is alive and works at Gotham City Hall. As Alfred observes them, he receives a message from his daughter, Julia, telling him never to look for her again. After this, we see Batman using construction rooftops as a base. As he studies the actions of the party animals, Bruce notices someone else is present. Alfred arrives, but Batman grabs the weapon he stole from Pennyworth and shoots at him, revealing he's modified the gun to be non-lethal and now shoots mini batarangs. The story ends with Alfred realizing it was Batman who stole his motorcycle. In the epilogue, Alfred talks to his contacts, stating he needs to focus on the party animals and that he's lost his old target. Far away, 2 helicopter pilots discuss their boss, one of the 30 richest men in the world, someone incapable of laughter, someone named Joker, closing out the first issue. So that's it, my friends. The launch of Absolute Batman has finally arrived, and the comic starts strong. I really enjoyed Scott Snyder's script, Nick Dragatta's art, and Frank Martin's colors. The panel where we see Bruce putting on Batman's suit at sunset is stunning, and the colors are fantastic. Another detail I liked, involving colors, is the moments of flashback to Bruce's zoo trip. Besides the colors, Nick Dragatta's illustrations are incredible. His style, heavily influenced by manga, gives a beautiful characterization to this new Batman. The artwork is not only beautiful but dynamic, and the narrative flows very well. Regarding Snyder's script, I think it started even better than his debut in the New 52 Batman. It's a fantastic start, and I hope the future issues maintain this quality. On that note, I really liked how this Batman was presented. Since we're talking about a universe powered by Darkseid's energy, we indeed have intense characters, and the violence is brutally displayed. However, even though this Batman is far more brutal in combat than the Alpha Universe Batman, who is the primary one, he still upholds his moral code of not killing. Thus, we can conclude that even though Absolute Batman differs in many ways from the regular Batman continuity, the essential details involving his creation remain: a man shaped by the tragedy of losing his parents, or in this case, his father. Violence creates Batman, yet he opposes the notion of taking a life. I know many enjoy the more extreme versions of Batman, but I like it when the character sticks to his moral code. Another aspect that will surely lead to comparisons between Absolute Batman and the Alpha Universe Batman is Bruce's effort to rebuild the places affected by Batman's actions. Many other works have addressed this issue, including The White Knight, and here we see Bruce Wayne, who is an engineer, reconstructing the damage he caused. As for the Joker, there's not much to say right now. When a different Batman is introduced, a different Joker also appears, and this Joker seems to be the opposite of the main Earth's Joker. I'm curious about the fact that he trained with some of Batman's many masters and took their lives. We might see a sinister version of the Joker. It was a great beginning, and now we can only wait for the upcoming issues and hope they maintain the same level. To learn more about Batman and his entire mythology and comics, check out our affiliate links to purchase the Kindle version of Absolute Batman or other Batman comics, DC, Marvel, or any kind of purchase. This way, you support our work without paying anything extra. Thank you for all your support. Now I want to know your opinion. Did you like Absolute Batman number 1? Did you enjoy these significant changes involving the characters? Share your thoughts in the comments, give a like to the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications to stay updated on all the news from DC and Marvel. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.